A tremendous day for the fans of the Patriots. And Damien, you've been a part of these. What's that like?
It's a lot of drinking going on. It's a lot of drinking.
Master of the obvious to my left. Listen, what can you say? Obviously, with Rob Gronkowski and his future in question, he's been in these parades before. He gets the opportunity to do it today. And you know what, Tim? Live it up, because we don't know. He said he's going to take a few weeks and figure out what's next. But in all likelihood, this could be it for Rob Gronkowski.
And I just get the sense that it probably will be. He's been really banged up. We know about the significant injuries he's had. You don't know about the other stuff. When you play for roughly a decade, which Gronk has in the NFL, and have some of the serious injuries that he's had, it makes sense. I think our expectations have changed a little bit as we've seen certain guys kind of defy age a little bit and play closer to 40, in some cases into their 40s. And I think sometimes we just make that be like, well, okay, well, then all of these guys are going to do it. And it's just a lot. It's a lot when you play that position. So I could see him walking away, especially going out like this.
Coach, listen, you're a coach. You can see some of this video. They're standing up high. They're precariously perched, if you will, in certain positions. I mean, obviously you're enjoying the day as well, but what are you thinking as the head coach?
Well, usually the first thing that goes through your mind, I was joking with Damien, is I can hear Bill saying, hey, fellas, act like you've been here before. But they have 6 times.
Yes, they have most certainly been there before. And I would think you're thinking also for those players who are coming back, please don't get hurt.
Exactly.
Like, let's get out of this parade unscathed.
Yeah, those are long falls off those parade vehicles. So I don't think Gronk will be making any decisions today, though. I just saw a couple of those blue cans go down. I think he might wait a little bit before he makes any kind of career decisions.
You see a few red cups in there, so we know what time it is.
Yeah.
Yes, Damien, that would be parade time.
That's the dilly-dilly guy.
Dilly-dilly.
Look at that.
That's an old Lyman.
That's right.
Damien's guy.
It really is almost surreal, though, having stood out there for some of these and covered some of these. People are in like short sleeves or light jackets. I mean, it's insane. If you spend any time at all in New England in February, to say this is the exception is an understatement.
I mean, think about this. We just went through like the polar vortex or whatever, and all of a sudden it's like a spring day. I mean,
the marathon isn't always this warm, and that's in April.
I know. It's great. It's wonderful.
I do know this. Being from up there, I know there are people that were getting on the train 45 minutes outside of Boston. There wasn't room for them. So they had to send another train to pick the people up that couldn't get on the train to take them into the city for this.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we need a bigger boat. Listen, there's Tom Brady. You can see him there with 2 of his 3 children. I thought for a minute that was 6, but that's not the number he's holding up, so I'm not sure.
Do you think
That's
that's Julian?
6.
Is it really?
It's 6.
3.
Did I do the?
Yeah.
3 plus 3.
We'll help you out.
Well, that's embarrassing. I haven't even been at the parade, so I really have no excuse. It looked like 8. I thought maybe he was foreshadowing, but no.
Do you think Tom and Julian were like on the Delta coach class coming back from
Yeah,
Orlando?
for sure. Yeah, after their Disney World lightsaber tour, Delta row 22, seat E and F.
I'm pretty sure the tight end duck boat is the most fun duck boat.
Oh yeah. That's the one I'll probably want to be on.
Yeah.
Is there a poll? Oh, look. Well, okay. I don't know. Here we go.
Baby Gronk.
Baby Gronk. There's Mr. Kraft, obviously, with his children. I see Jonathan and Dan as well.
Yep.
Listen, it's a family affair, and Coach, you can speak to this. All jokes aside, it takes everybody to get there. I mean, it's not a one-man gig by any stretch.
Yeah, you look at what Robert's done, since he bought the team, and, the success they've had, and, the fact that he went out and spent a whole lot of money on those 2 big jets. I got to think that's the only organization that has both of their own private, I'm talking about charter jets.
Right.
All right, that's a commitment.
Yeah.
The way those things are outfitted and the way he takes care of those players is pretty incredible.
I hesitate to ask this today because, you should enjoy today, and they will, but we said this last year, how do they get better? It's possible they'll be even better than they were. Turns out they are, at least in terms of results. They go one step further and win the whole thing.
Must feel good after being doubted by so many for so long.
Yeah. Listen, the true underdog story that are the New England Patriots. What do you do? What is your priority in the offseason? You got a quarterback, clearly. He's coming back. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
if you
but
have to
listen,
replace Gronk, I
listen,
don't know.
everyone made a big deal about Tom Brady not taking part in the offseason program last year.
Yep.
Blah, blah,
rift,
blah,
rift.
blah,
The
blah.
rift, I would guess that he would not take part in the offseason program this year. I think Gronk ends up being the big story for them.
I think so.
Obviously, Sony Michel, is going to be a big part of what they do going forward. I expect him to get a lot better as a receiver, so they're not as predictable when he's on the field. But an offensive line group that, quite honestly, should improve.
Yep.
When you think about the changes.
Well, I mean, they get their first-round pick that they lost out of Georgia, who tore his Achilles before the season. So you're adding another piece to the offensive line. You got 12 draft picks. 12 draft picks.
12.
Think about that. 12 draft picks.
Let me ask you this, Damian. If you could not be on the tight end boat, if you had to be on a different boat, which boat would you want to be on today?
Oh, man, my guys, the
He'd be
offensive
on-
line.
Yeah,
Oh,
offensive line.
fair enough. I
With
didn't
the-
know if you
with the
go in a
shirt off and
different
everything.
direction. Oh, boy. All right, listen.
Plus, that's the slowest one because of all the weight.
That's
listen.
right. That's right.
Your parade is longer than everybody else's. Congratulations.